Gotcha. Wait, what? How'd I get here? Hello, I am Bookface. Today, we're talking about witches. Witches be crazy. Now, we're not talking about the basic Wicked Witch of the West or, Hansel and Gretel witch. Nah, we gotta go weird. Because witches aren't weird enough. No, we're talking about different kinds of witches and magic users from all around the world. These witches share a more supernatural quality than, most. Which is to say, they're not just people who can use magic, they are full-on creatures. Like, they're not even human anymore. So, now that we have that descriptor, let's dive right in. First, we have the Lechuza, a witch legend from Mexico and Texas. Now, the Lechuza can take a human form, but it's more commonly known for its other form, an owl with a human face. It's interesting that she turns into an owl because in a lot of Mexican folklore, the owl is actually a symbol of death. And if I remember correctly, it's also the symbol of La Muerta, a sort of Mexican figure of death. Many believe that the Lechuza started as a human and sold their soul to the devil in order to get powers. And he gave them the ability to turn into an owl. However, some legends state that a Lechuza is the spirit of a witch that has already been killed. It's like witch inception. It was believed Lechuza could only transform into an owl at night. Or maybe they could transform into an owl during the day, and they just were blind, because owls are not day hunters. It was believed a Lechuza would lure in its victims by making the sound of a crying baby. When a person would go and investigate, the Lechuza would kill them. So there's a lesson, people. Never help babies. A Lechuza was also supposed to be very strong, capable of lifting a fully grown man in its talons. In modern day sightings, because this is actually cited, the Lechuza will actually swoop down on cars and just try to get at the people inside. They can't, because birds are stupid. Or maybe they can, and we just never hear about that, because they're never heard from again. Many believe that seeing a Lechuza is an omen of death. Lechuza also have the power to stop a car's batteries, which is helpful when you're trying to run one off the road, and are also capable of causing thunderstorms, because why not? Now, how do you kill this terrifying thing? Well, some people just say you shoot it. A little anticlimactic, but if it works. A lot of people say that a Lechuza can be warded off with a line of salt. Of course, if neither of those works, then all you gotta do is scream at them and cuss them out. Just, the Lechuza's coming up and... I'm just imagining somebody seeing a normal owl, like being drunk or something, and thinking it's a Lechuza, and they just start cussing out a random owl. Next on our list of witches is the Striga. Striga. This is a witch from Albanian folklore. It's also called a Strigu or a Strigan if it's a dude. Now, the Striga was not born a witch. It became a witch by doing witchy things. The Striga appeared as a middle-aged woman with either gray, green, or light blue eyes, and a very crooked nose, and, always glaring at people. Now, the Striga would sneak into a child's room at night and drain her blood. Now, how did it do that? Well, it shapeshifts. But into what animal? What animal is fitting of this horrifying creature? Well, it would turn into a fly, a moth, or a bee. Come at me, Striga. Now, when a Striga drains a child of their blood, they don't immediately die. They instead get very sick and die slowly. Much better. But it's possible for the Striga to cure the child. Only the Striga could do this. The way a Striga cures a child by spitting in their mouth. I think I'd rather die. The Striga's appearance when it's out witching about, I guess, is like the middle-aged woman from before, but it has a horribly disfigured face, a hateful glare, and a black cape, because the Striga is styling. The Striga was also closely associated with the evil eye. You could get the evil eye from the Striga by staring in its eyes. So, just another reason to never make eye contact with anybody. Now, what are a Striga's weaknesses? Well, they're weirdly specific. Okay, so, a Striga could be trapped in a church on Easter Sunday if a cross made of pig bones is placed on the threshold. Of course, it's so simple. And then once it's trapped, you kill them. Also, because the Striga isn't disgusting enough, it's believed that after a Striga drains the blood of a child, it goes into the woods and barfs it up. Because why not? If you follow the Striga into the woods and place a silver coin in that blood, then it's an amulet that wards off the Striga. Who's the first one that tried that? Like, who just followed a Striga, saw them barf up blood, and be like, oh, let's see if my silver coin does anything. And then we have the Catholic idea of how to kill them, which is you could kill them by throwing holy water on them. Holy water with a cross in it. And then there is an Islamic way of killing them, which is you have to read a specific passage of the Quran and then spit water in their faces. Why is there so much spitting? Our last witch is one from Gullah folklore. It's called the Boo Hag. So the Boo Hag is a skinless witch from South Carolina. It would go around in the middle of the night, break into people's houses, and steal their breath. So how would it do this? Well, it would sneak its way in through a crack or a crevice or a hole or something. Then it would sit on the person's chest and drain them of their breath. While this was happening, the person would be put in a sort of dreamlike state. Dreamlike. They are dreaming. They would be put in a deep sleep with a lot of dreams. Nailed it. So after the Boo Hag steals a person's So after the Boo Hag steals someone's breath, what happens to that victim? Well, they wake up and they're tired. Oh no. So yeah, Boo Hag's not that intimidating, is it? Or is it? So you know how I said it was skinless? Well, during the day, it can have skin if it steals skin from someone and wearing it like a suit. Now the reason the Boo Hag would steal someone's skin, aside from, wanting skin, is if they were struggling while it was trying to feed on them. It would steal their skin and just leave them there to die, I guess. You'd die without skin. Or maybe you wouldn't. It's believed that if the Boo Hag didn't steal someone's skin and wear it before sunrise, they could never wear skin. So yeah, that was 3 witches from different folklores. If you liked the video, then give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video with something.